Hi, Assalamu alaikum to all Bangladeshi brothers and sisters. Again, this is me and Arfi. Uh, I'm from Washington, D.C. now, and I'm staying in my home to recover my body because you guys probably saw my first video, which I posted on the YouTube on 22nd of October, U.S. time. Now today is the U.S. time, 24th of October, and I'm doing my second video. A lot of things I could not cover because it is going to take time. You guys know, which I mentioned to my first videos on on 22nd, that what happened to me in Bangladesh on 28th of October 2023, also 29th, 30th of October, and also 31st of October. Uh, the first 72 hours, 3 days before they sent me to the high security prison in Kashimpur, uh, I had a really tough time. I did not have a food, and I did not had a sleep, and I did not have a rest at all. And they did it on purpose. D.V. Harun, the most notorious famous person we had in Bangladesh, and now he's hiding, and everybody is looking for him. We need to bring him for the justice, and he need to be serious punished by the current interim of Bangladesh government. And he did messed up the whole country. Him and his member of management team. They were completely arrogant, notorious, famous. We all know how much money they have, how much property, how many houses they have in Bangladesh, Chittagong, even outside of the country. We are fully aware of it, and I don't want to get into it. Just myself, I want to let you know that the experience I had in Kashimpur, High Prison number 4 for 9.5 months, a lot of things I could not cover yesterday on my uh, videos. But I want to touch some basic stuff to you guys, that the way I was treated by the Subrat, he was a superintendent of jail in Kashimpur High Security Prison number 4. No human should be treated like that, the way I was treated by him, especially being a American prisoner, especially as being a diehard Democrat supporter of United States of America, also the member of Democrat National Committee, also the member of advisory board to the U.S. President. And he personally did in purpose. Subrat, which I mentioned to my yesterday's first videos, I'm on 22nd videos, that he's 100% Rajan, and he must be held accountable, including up to termination, because we people in Bangladesh, we cannot afford to have any kind of people in service, especially for the prison, because those people are going to hurt our future of Bangladesh. That's why before it gets too late, we have to let these people go. And I'm not telling anybody what to do, but you guys know what I mean by say that. Also, when I was there for 9.5 months, I was treated also so bad for on my medical conditions. I had to buy my own medication. The medication I had, every medication, I had it from the U.S. physician in Washington, D.C. metro areas. I ran out the medication, and I had a very difficult time to order the U.S. medication through the Kashimpur jail. And some of the medication cost so much money, they did not pay a single dime, and I had to spend the money out of my pocket. And I had to fight to get the medication. And I had to inform my U.S. visitor, Miss Ali, which she does work for State Department, U.S. Embassy in Dhaka, after she put pressure on jailer Mr. Lutfur Rahman. Then they came up with the ideas, yes, we will give a permission to Mr. Mian to buy medication from outside, but they did not spend any dime. Some of the medication cost me Bangladeshi taka like 8 to 10,000 taka. but I was able to manage it to save my life. Uh, but it was a poor treatment there. Also, when I went to visit one of the medical doctor, after he heard my story, he was very sympathized in the jail, a small hospital inside the Kashimpur jail. He wrote a 2 pages of note that Mr. Mian Arifi cannot eat any spicy food, and he wrote it down on the page, 2 pages. First page was that he's allowed to have a food from his house by his spouse 2 times a week and 2 days in a week, and 5 days in a week the prisoner is supposed to provide him the non-spicy food, and he's supposed to have 3 meals a day, and also the medication. I had my own file, just like every prisoner, and I did not get my file back into my room. Finally, I had to call jail guard to let the jailer know that what happened to my file, because I need my file back and I want to keep it for my own information. After 9 days later, I get my file back, but when I went through my file, I see that 2 pages are missing. They took that 2 pages out from the doctor's note and they throw it away. They did not keep any documentation. And when I informed to my U.S. visitor, State Department Miss Ali, when she came to see me, that they did it, and jailer get very upset. Everybody get very disappointed, and so he's a new doctor. He doesn't know anything about it, and I believe they also transferred the doctor out of that prison. And of course, it went to the Subrata Bala, it went to the D.V. Harun, and it went all the way to the fascist government. We had arrogant mass killer Hasina, and then order came from her, I believe, that tell him that he's not going to get any kind of help and any kind of food from his house, and also any kind of food, non-spicy food, we weren't able to provide to him. He have to live with this spicy food. If he can eat, that's fine. If he cannot eat, that's fine. If something happened to you, that's up to him. They did not take any kind of responsibility. No prisoner, especially foreign prisoner, especially American prisoner, should not be treated like that the way I was treated by Jail Superintendent Subrata Bala. And again, I'm saying that he must be held accountable, including up to termination, because we don't want these people like that in the high management level, especially in the Karagar in Bangladesh, because those people are going to hurt our country. Those people are going to hurt our business. And also the other thing, I'm supposed to get my family visit minimum once a month. My wife, my kids came to see me 3 times, and they completely denied that they never showed up. And then they flatly lied to my U.S. Embassy, to Miss Ali, and jailer denied that they never came. And they didn't even tell me that my family came to see me and we did not let them, come inside to see you. They did not even tell me anything. I found out when I went to court for my court hearing, and I found out from my barrister, Mr. Pikirai, and I was surprised. But it's nothing new. I know the people always treated like that way, and especially I was the number one target, and I was the number one eyes on Hasina's eyes, and they put me in the microscope. Every step I was moving inside my prison, inside my cell, they were watching me and all kind of things. But I was not nervous. I was very strong, and I surrender myself to Almighty Allah that please save me and let me get out here. Then I can go back to the United States and see my family. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does listen. He came down to the earth and He saved my life. And I thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala every day. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give me my brand new second life back, which I will never ever forget in my life. I cannot thanks enough to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that what He did for me. And if we call for help to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He does help His people. And I just want to bring it to attention that how badly I was treated at that prison. From the food, from the bedding, my room was so dirty, filthy, and all my fingernail now got infected. I've been seeing the food doctors every day, and I have been taking strong, high antibiotic with different medications, soaking my food with the warm water just to kill the germ. Because while I was sitting there or sleeping there, even during the daytime, taking a nap, there's so many bugs, so many big cockroaches, so many lizard, tick-ticky. They're coming to my room and they're walking over on my body, and plus the spider web, the makrasha gel they call in Bengali language, it was all over in my room. My room was filthy, dirty, and bathroom was not usable. They did not give me a high commode. Even though I had a surgery on my left knee, I explained to everything from A to Z. Even doctor wrote it down that Mr. Mian does need a high commode. He cannot use the regular toilet due to his health condition. Plus, he had a major surgery on his left knee. My knee got messed up, and I'm seeing the orthopedic surgeon every other week. I'm also doing the physical therapy for my left knee 5 days a week now to get better. But again, I mentioned to my first video 2 days ago that after I get situated my health, because health is the number one priority. If you're healthy, you can do anything. I have to get better. Once I start feeling better, I will be back to Bangladesh. I will meet everybody, which I have done in my first trip back in 2022. And I will personally visit to one-on-one with everybody, all the political leaders, and let everybody know that I did not do anything wrong. What you guys heard in the TV, news media, newspaper, those are all bogus, those are all false, and those are all made up. If I would have something done and falsifying some kind of documentation or my title to Bangladesh, then I wouldn't be here today in the United States, because here the law is above everything. If anybody violate any kind of law, they will be serious punished and they will be behind the bar. I'm still open. I'm still living my own house. I'm still doing my daily life. Everything is fine, because State Department knows those are all bogus. Those are all made up story. Government just trying to cover herself to make me look bad, and all the Americans bad to the U.S. government eyes. But U.S. government knows that I personally, me and RP, what I have done for Bangladesh, I did not do anything for my interest. I did it for the better future of Bangladesh. I did it to save the innocent people's life. I did it to establish the rule of law in Bangladesh. I did it to establish the democracy. I did it to establish the human rights. I did it to establish the freedom of speech in Bangladesh. And that's why they hate me. They don't like me. Even Prime Minister Hasina said the strong word came out from her mouth to her high officials, all the people she had on that time, especially for her army leaders. Those people are hiding now. That this guy, Mian Arifi, he's a very powerful man. He does have a lot of connection with all the way to the top, to the White House and the State Department. Just watch him, keep your eyes on him, and every step he moves, make sure we watched him. And I watched by everybody. But I was treated so good inside the jail with all the jail guard, deputy assistant, what do you call the deputy jailers, the Havildar, Subedar, and the supervisor that come to see me every day. Sir, how you doing? How you feeling? Did you sleep last night? Did you sleep good? Have you had your breakfast? Have you had your lunch? Have you had your meal? Even they told me, sir, just pray to 5 times and pray to God, to Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you'll be fine. You're untouchable and nobody can do anything to you, because they knew I was honest, I was sincere. I did not broke the law. I did not threaten anybody in Bangladesh. I just said whatever I said in the BNP Central Office, Neapolitan on 28, to the news media. Those are all correct, accurate. Nothing was made up lie story or nothing was false. You guys know how the country was running for the last 15 plus years. That arrogant, fascist government destroy our entire country, destroy the nation, destroy the young generations. There was no rule of law, even law enforcement, all the OC, every Thana, they had so much money, they had property, they have a nice luxury car. They were living like a king and queen. And they were treating the innocent people so bad, and they were forcibly collecting the money every day from local businessmen, from truck drivers, from Uber, from CNG, from rickshaw. That was the daily routine. And same thing with the uh, syndicate. Like anytime was selling something to the market, the guy was selling the vegetables, meat, fish, chicken. They had to pay the money to the government too. And also same thing with the VAT. There was no such a thing called VAT. All the money was going to the Hasina's fund. And even Ubaidul Qadir one time he threatened everybody in Bangladesh that if you don't pay your water bill or electric bill on time, after they raised the price multiple times while I was there, your service will be disconnected. No mercy. You must pay your bill on time. That was a threat. That direct threat came from Ubaidul Qadir. He also said a lot of bad things about me when he went to Khulna to give a speech to the general public, even in Dhaka in different locations. He mentioned my name. He did not even pronounce my name correctly. And he said a lot of bad things about me. He put a lot of blame on BNP. BNP has nothing to do with this. And speaking on the BNP, I don't think so. I damaged anything to the BNP party. And before we put the plan in place for 28th rally, we had a plan in place. And I personally text so many times through WhatsApp, Mr. Tarek Jia. He knew from the day one that I had a contact with the State Department, with the State Department in Bangladesh desk. They call Foreign Service Officers, U.S. Ambassador, U.S. State Secretary, Mr. Anthony Blinken, State Department, White House, Capitol Hill, my local senator and congressman. They all knew about Bangladesh, what's happening. And they told me how this country is running. Because her regime, Sheikh Hasina's regime, was worse than Hitler because she killed her own people. She didn't care. You guys all know the history. The more thing is coming out, you guys will see more thing, more things that what she has done for the last 15 plus years. She was a very selfish person, and she was in the party. She was in the power just for her interest, just for her own family interest, nothing else. There was no development, nothing. All the mega project, she was showing it to the people just to borrow the money from the foreign loan with the high interest. And she probably spent 2 to 5%, and 95% money went to her pocket, her son's pocket, her daughter's pocket, and all her party guns people's pocket. And they were enjoying with that money, black money, that's called black money, and they were living like a king and queen. In the same token, the other honest people, from rickshaw to the government servant, they were suffering. They could not even afford to have a good meal on their plate, on the table every day. But thanks to Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He saved our life, He saved our country, even though we suffered for the last 15 and a half years. Now I like to congratulate and thank you to the student organization for their quota forum, and also the general innocent people and their parents' support. And students and the general public made the big difference because of their rally, because of their protest, because of the demand. Hasina had no choice. She had to resign on August 5th, and she left the country. And whoever lost their life, and a lot of students, they get killed. Over 22,000 innocent people get injured, and there's a lot of things happen. And whoever died, My prayer goes to them and goes to their family. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless them and grant them to the highest level of Jannatul Firdaus. Amin. Because life is for one time. It's a very most valuable time. The country is in the right direction now, and I'm sure people in Bangladesh, they all will remember whoever lost their life, and they will remember also their family. And I'm sure government, the interim government we have now, they also will support their family whatever they can within their power. They will take care of them. But I can tell you one thing, that whoever lost their life, they are in the better place than we are. We all have to go, just matter of time. When our time will come, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala calls somebody, we have to respond his call, which is true. That is our permanent destination, and that is our permanent life. And being a Muslim, we all have to think at least minimum once a day that today or tomorrow could be my last day. And if we all think that way, none of the bad things will happen nowhere in the world. Bangladesh is the most modern Muslim country in the world, where 94 to 96% Muslim people, they're Muslims. Then we have Buddhists, we have Christians, we have Hindus. Everybody do their own religion thing. Everybody go to their church, their temple, their mandir. Muslims goes to their mosque, and everything is fine. Nobody bothers nobody. But I just want to bring it to attention that it was sad that a lot of people lost their life, young students. But whoever was involved with the rally and the protest, the young generation students, they do have a good, bright future, and they will go to they will take the country to the next level. No question about it. And I'm sure the world is happy now, especially United States of America. They're waiting for the changes. I know it took a while, 15 and a half years. Finally, we got our new Bangladesh on August 5th. And in my opinion, I don't think so we get independence in 1971. I don't think so we get the independence on 1975, 15th August. But we did got our independence on August 5th, 2024. Thanks to Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He said that he does not tolerate certain things. Anytime anyone do something bad, that person have to pay the price, just a matter of time. People are Bangladesh, and all the innocent people, they were waiting very patiently for 15 and a half years. Now our time has come. Now we all need to work together. We have to help each other with the mutual respect as a family. This is all about teamwork. I know Dr. Yunus, he's a very intelligent man. His intelligence, his knowledge, and his member of management advisors, whoever they are, they all do a very good job. And they will take our country, Bangladesh, to the next level. No question about it. But again, 15 plus years mess is not going to fix overnight. It's not going to fix in a day or two or a week or a month. It's going to take time. We, Bangladeshi people, have to give them enough time to take care of the situation, because the country was messed up. She messed up everything from the education to the Mudir Dokandar. She destroyed everything, everybody. Her whole interest was just to destroy the country, sell the country. I don't care. If the country goes to bankruptcy or goes somewhere else, I really don't care. If I remember correctly, way back, I cannot give you exact time and year, that one of the foreign journalists asked her a question that your country is like this, what's your plan? She said, I don't care if this country goes to hell, because these people of this country kill my father, kill my mother, kill my brother, kill my whole family. I really don't care about this country. That tells me right there that how much he was loving the people of Bangladesh, how much he was loving the Bangladesh country. basically she was in power just to make money and just to help her family and just to help all the arrogant army leaders. Even the all army leaders, they're all polluted. You don't even know how much money they have. Even the uh, member, even the chairman in Upajala, they have two, three houses. They have koti taka in their bank. Where the money came from? Uh, if Bangladesh government protect the all, seal all the borders, and protect the tight security in the all the airports, then no army leaders cannot leave the out of the country. And if we go to their house, arrest them, bring them to the court, and bring them all their money, our economy will boost in a day, in a overnight, because majority's monies are inside the Bangladesh, into all the army leaders' house. We all know the history. Koti hajar taka, they have it, and we just need to, bring all this money and put in the bank. And secondly, that we just have to put the right people in the right place, especially in all the borders, all the airport. Make sure nobody is doing any kind of favoritism to any political leader to leave the country, and we'll be fine. We all know we have a foreign debt today, I believe, $1.10 billion. Also, just to let you guys know, last 15 plus years on Hasina's regime, she herself and her party sent $90 billion to the foreign country, which is called money laundering. $90 billion. They send it to the foreign countries. That's a lot of minister, a lot of MP. They have a house, 10, 20, 26 houses. I believe law minister has a 26 houses in United Kingdom. And they have a lot of houses in Canada. It's called Begumpara. All the army leaders. It's all our Bangladeshi honest people hard on money, our taxpayer money. She basically, Hasina sucked everybody's blood. She didn't care about her own people. We all know the history. And she already paid her price. She's out of the country right now. And I don't think so Army League will come to power by election again, because people already know. People already have a feelings in their heart that how much damage they did it into our country. If you love your country, no human should be like destroy the country like that, or the way Hasina government and her army leaguers party people did it. All army leaguers and the Hasina, they all must be held accountable. We all need to bring them for justice, and they all need to be go behind the bar. Because Jamaat Islam was sufferer from day one, 1971. They call Rajakar. We are not Rajakar, okay? And if they hang all the Jamaat Islam people, innocent, honest people, with the false and bogus case, why we cannot hang all the army leaguers? Those who are real, the bad person and did the really bad crime, and they should be convicted, and they all should be behind the bar. And I'm sure then interim government have a plan in place, but they have a lot of works. They have a lot of things on their plate. We have to give them a time to fix the country. Again, which I mentioned to you earlier today, it's going to take a time. It's not going to take overnight or day or two or week. It will take much time to build this country and put this country back together, from the education to the justice system, to the law enforcement, especially the police department, and every department. We have to put the right people in place. We need to clean the whole house. But to clean the whole house is going to take time. I'm sure Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is behind us. With His help, with His blessings, we will be succeed, inshallah, and we will put our country together. Last thing before I finish my video, which I mentioned to my first video on 22nd October, that whatever Harun said, the Hasina government says in our meeting, NSI, DGFI, IGP prison, DIG prison, IGP police, they all made up lie story. I did not falsify anything. They call me Bua Upodeshta. Those are all things made up to make me looks bad into the Bangladesh people eyes. Also, inside my family life, you know, if you have a problem with your family life, then your life is a hell. And that's exactly they did. My family in Dhaka, DOHS, Baridhara, they were also under arrest for 3 months. Harun was sending people every day, and my family was not allowed to go outside to do any kind of shopping. Nobody knew that, but I just want to let you know that my family was also tortured by Hasina government administration, and Harun was the main ringleader. And what Harun said in so many areas, so many news media conference, those are all flat lie. Those are all bogus. You guys can see right now that what happened to the Ayanaghar. Anytime we are arresting somebody, MP, minister, or ex-minister, or ex-MP, or Chhatralik leaders, that how much money they have in their house with the arms and ammunitions, and also how much power they misuse. If they can do it all these things to me on my bogus case and call me Bhuva Upadeshta, this is nothing to them. But I just want to let everyone know that I'm not a Bhuva. I'm American, US citizen. I'm a die-hard Democrat supporter. I'm also Democrat National Committee members. I'm also member to the advisory board to the US president. Again, not a advisor to the president. It's a big difference day and night. They just twist that things around and make the case strong, then make me looks bad to everybody's eyes. I am not an advisor to the US president. There are 41,000 plus US citizen Americans. They are member to the advisory board to the US president just like me, and I'm one of them. We donate money. We did the volunteer service when come to the election. Right now we have election next month. Our president, hopefully we will win because we are Democrat. I myself and our team is working very hard, and Miss Kamala Harris is the right person. She's going to take the country to the next level. Whatever job was not finished with the current president we have, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris will finish that up. No doubt in our mind. And Joe Biden did an extremely good job. He's a most seasoned politician. He served 35 years in U.S. Senator. Then he served 4 years, take it back, 8 years as U.S. Vice President. And this will be his 4 years in U.S. President. He knows inside out the politics. He knows inside out the international politics. With his leadership, he's a good servant leader. We need a servant leader like Joe Biden and Kamala Harris in our country in Bangladesh. And I believe Dr. Professor Yunus is a good servant leader, and he will do a good job. No question about it, no question in my mind, no doubt in my mind. But right now we are busy. We make sure we are going to win the election in 2024, and Ms. Kamala Harris is going to be our next U.S. president. And he's going to take this country to the next level. She's also going to take the world to the next level. And she's going to fix everything. I'm fully confident. I have faith, I have confidence, and I have trust on her and my team in Democrat. I'm proud to be Democrat. And I'm a diehard Democrat since 1984. We do a lot of volunteer service. We do rally. We make some phone calls, and this is our culture. This is a system. The politics is completely different in USA than Bangladesh. Nobody will know that there's election next month. Everything will be open. People will go like me to the different schools in their area, and they will cast their vote. You won't see any policeman, you won't see any representative, nothing. The system is completely different. But I will be doing my vote by mail because I'm a member of the Democrat National Committee. Me and my family will send the vote by mail, and I will be sending probably in a day or two. And just to let you guys know and wish us a good luck and all the best, that make sure we win the election. We will, with the help from Almighty Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. And Miss Kamala Harris is going to take this country to the next level. But again, I will be back to Bangladesh. I'll visit everybody. But I just want to let you know that what you heard in the TV, what you saw in the newspaper, and what you heard from Harun and all the other people's mouth, that I am a Bua, this is absolutely made up story. No word came out from my mouth on that news conference I had in the BNP central office that I said to somebody that I am a advisor to the US president. Nothing came out from my mouth. Nothing, not a single word, unless someone made a wrong announcement, which I was not aware of it. And that time, that day, we are so much worried to try to save all the injured people in the BNP office and also the third floor in the BNP office, also the main floor. There's a smart hospital facility, I believe, so many injured. And one guy had 11 bullets. He was bleeding to death. And we're just running around like a chicken cut off head, and we're trying to save our life. Lieutenant General Sarwardi, he was with me. Advocate Bilal was there. There are some other people who were there with us. I didn't know them before, and I still don't know their name. And also, Engineer Struck was there. But no one did anything wrong. None of us did anything wrong. Before I left the country, I heard the rumor was going on that I personally damaged the BNP future politics, which is incorrect. I want to make that correction. I wish BNP their good luck and all the best. BNP ran the country very good when Ziaur Rahman was the president. He worked very intelligently. He worked very hard, and he loved the people in Bangladesh. And a lot of people have a respect for Ziaur Rahman, even his wife, Begum Khaleda Zia. And I have the same thing. And I did not do anything wrong. Tariq Jia was informed that there will be rally on 28. Mirza Fakhrul was informed there will be rally on 28. Mirza Abbas was informed that there will be rally on 28th of October 2023. Lieutenant General retired Dr. Hussein Sarwardi, he worked very hard. There was a lot of meeting took place in his house in Baridhara DOHS, Jamaat Islam, Hepazat Islam, Shibir, even Shorshina Pir Sahib. We sent a car to Borishal to bring him to Dhaka just to join the rally on 28th with us, with the help from strongest opposition party we had that time in Bangladesh, BNP. That's why we had to take the BNP on our side. BNP was in the big support. And I personally talked to Mirza Fakhrul more than multiple times. He was fully aware of it. And they give us a permission in the very end. And that time I was in Washington, D.C. But after Tariq Ji okayed it, that yes, let's go for the 28th rally and condemn Hasina, the fascist government. And I had to fly out from Washington, Dallas International Airport on 24th of October, and I reached Dhaka on 26th of October 2023 at 7 a.m. in the morning. I was extremely tired and exhausted. The time was changed. But on 28th, we did what we were supposed to do. But for some reason, it did not happen the way we had a plan in place. We had an emergency facility services was in place in Dhaka city on the main street. I believe 25 emergency medical center. In case somebody gets sick, they need IV or some kind of medication, a saline, because everybody have to be stay hydrated. We don't want nobody to be dehydrated. That's why we did it. We also have a portable uh, bathroom, I believe, over hundreds in different locations. Then when somebody have to respond for the Mother Nature uh, or call up Mother Nature, then they can use the toilet. And our plan was that we all gonna block the road, highway. We all gonna protest, and that was one of the biggest rally we had in Bangladesh, October 28, 2023. And our goal was to make sure the Hasina resign. Without her resignation, without she leave her power, nobody is going to leave the street. And we knew that when Dhaka fall, Bangladesh will fall. And that's the reason we had a target that we have to control the Dhaka city. Once we control the Dhaka city and she fall, then every other country, take it back, every other district in Upajala will be in the same boat and we will win. But we are the one started. Just to let you know, we give them a jump start. Sometimes people need it, country need it. It's called jump start. We are the one give them a jump start. Then the student organization get involved with their quota and general public support. She had to leave. But we are the first spokesperson, especially me. What I said, all these strong words came out from my mouth. Nobody had a guard to say that in past because everybody was scared. Because we know the history that anytime someone says something, that person will be disappeared. They will kill that person. They will kill their family. Their family member will lose their job. All kind of things. We need the history. But I put my life in danger. I put my life risk. I took the high risk. And I said to my family member in USA that I am going to Bangladesh to make some changes with the help from the other opposition party to condemn Hasina, to condemn Awami League people. And I had a lot of connections with everyone. You know that, all the way to the top. And I'm the first person raised my voice and wrote a letter to the U.S. government to withdraw the case for Tarek Jia and his wife, Dr. Jubeda. I'm the first person wrote a letter to the U.S. government for Madam Khaleda Jia better treatment to the foreign country, also dismiss her case. And I was the first person wrote a letter, so many texts, so many phone calls to the U.S. government to help us to condemn fascist government, arrogant, notorious, famous mass killer Hasina. And they were behind us to help us to condemn Hasina and Awami League party. But again, my heart goes to everybody. Bangladesh, I pray for my own country every day. Even though it was embarrassing, I was tortured 9.5 months. I guess that was my luck, but I'm taking it as a positive. Granted, I don't feel bad. I'm not putting myself down. My head always will stick up. I know I didn't do anything wrong. I did not violate any policy. I did not do it for money. I spend my own hard-earned money. I spend my own quality of time because I love Bangladesh so much to bring the Bangladesh back, put the Bangladesh in the right track, and condemn the fascist government we had, arrogant Hasina. But finally, it did happen on August 5th, 2024. Where is she now today? Where is all the Awami Leaguers now today? And where I am now? I'm sitting in my own home, in my own office, and I'm spending my time with my family. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can do anything. It's something happened, miracle. And we should be thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala every single day that what He did for the people of Bangladesh. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does listen. He's the man. He is in power, nobody else. Without His order, without His comment, nothing happened. Nothing happened, and He did it. Thank you very much for everybody's time, and I do appreciate for listening. And if you guys wants to reach me, you guys can reach me in my Facebook, me and Arfi, or you guys can call me directly. My cell phone number, I live with the cell phone. You all know the US code +1. Then my number is 240-919-4538. I'm going to repeat that number again. US code is +1. Then my number is 240-919-4538. Thank you very, very much for listening everything. I do appreciate your time and patience. God bless US and the rest of the world. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us all. Khuda Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.